lover's got humor. He's the giggle at a funeral, knows everybody's disapproval. I should have worshipped him sooner. If the heavens ever did speak, he's the last pure mouthpiece. Every Sunday's getting more bleak, a new poison every week. We were born sick, I heard them say. My church offers no absolutes. He says worship in the bedroom. The only heaven I'll be sent to is when I'm alone with you. I was born sick, but I love it. Command me to be well. Amen. 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 Take me to church. I will worship like a dog at the shrine of your lies. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death. Good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church. I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your lies. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death. Good God, let me give you my life. If I'm a pagan of the good times, my love is the sunlight to keep the God on my side. He demands a sacrifice to drain a whole sea. Get something shiny, something meaty for the main course. There's a fine looking high horse. What you got in the stable? We've got a starving faithful. That looks tasty, that looks plenty. This is hungry work. Take me to church. I'll worship like a god at the shrine of your lies. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death. Good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church. Oh, at the shrine of your lies. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death. Good God, let me give you my life. No masters or kings when the ritual begins. There is no sweeter innocence than our gentle sin. In the madness and the soil of that sad earthly scene, only then am I human, only then am I clean. Take me to church. I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your lies. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death. Good God, let me give you my life. Take me to church at the shrine of your lies. So you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death. Good God, let me give you my life. Amen. Amen.
This goes out to all the women in the world, especially her. You know it don't even matter your age, don't even matter your color. Your fellas, I ain't forget about y'all. This is for everybody that like to dance. Just listen to what I'm saying and do it and take a chance. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put yours and I put mine. Then we can dip down low and roll and grind. Just get on the floor like I said before. Y'all remember that down low? Just put a little dip
Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know that baby, you're the best. I got my red dress on tonight, dancing in the dark in the pale moonlight. Done my hair up real big, beauty queen style. High heels off, I'm feeling alive. Oh my God, I feel it in the air, telephone wires above, all sizzling like a snare. Honey, I'm on fire, I feel it everywhere. Nothing scares me anymore. Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know, baby, you're the best. I got that summertime, summertime sadness. Summertime, summertime sadness. Got that summertime, summertime sadness. Oh, I'm feeling electric tonight. Cruising down the coast, going about 99. Got my bad baby by my heavenly side. I know if I go, I'll die happy tonight. Oh my God, I feel it in the air, telephone wires above, all sizzling like a snare. Honey, I'm on fire, I feel it everywhere. Nothing scares me anymore. Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know, baby, you're the best. I got that summertime, summertime sadness. Summertime, summertime sadness. Got that summertime, summertime sadness. Oh. Think I miss you forever, like the stars miss the sun in the morning sky. Wait is better than never. Even if you're gone, I'm gonna try. I got that summertime, summertime sadness. Summertime, summertime sadness. Got that summertime, summertime sadness. Oh, oh, oh. Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know, baby, you're the best. I got that summertime, summertime sadness. Summertime, summertime sadness. Got that summertime, summertime sadness. Oh,
All right, Chad, how we doing? How's everybody doing? Ah, man. I was only going to play the two songs, but Mr. Bones in the chat requested some Lana Del Rey, and I just couldn't resist. You know, Summertime Sadness seems a little appropriate. God, remember when we were watching Doug Wilson? And he was whining about kids and their music? Hell, we might even fire that video up, because it's a good one. And he talks about Lana Del Rey. Oh, the bad influence of Lana Del Rey. Just some basic white girl music. And he's shaking his fist at it. So he says, wait, it wasn't a troll stream? No, not really. No. I might play some more music, though. I don't mind playing some more music. But I did feel like talking a little bit. We weren't just going to play music. So he says, you should get Luke to make you some more graphics. I should. I dug this old one up. This is the basic template we were using. We did a few parody songs. Well, Luke did. Let's be real. Luke is so talented, but Luke is not an idea guy. Luke is a guy that you could give an idea to, and he will flesh it out. You could just give like, man, I literally want to, the way the whole thing started is I literally said to him when we were just bullshitting, we weren't even on stream, we were just chatting, and I made, talking about Catholics, and I was like, we should do like a parody of making fun of Catholics worshiping Mary. It's like Stacy's mom, but it's Jesus's mom. And I just said that in jest, just bullshitting, like no intention. Like 2 days max, I think it was. Luke comes to me with like just lyrics. Like, here it is. Here it is. That's a great idea. I did that. We did a couple more. What did we do? We did one making fun of. I used to know a guy that joined a pagan cult. I don't know if you guys remember that. But we did. It was that song "All My Friends Are Heathens," only it was "All My Friends Are Pagans." And there was one making fun of James McDonald, where it was that the Cult of Personality song from the '90s. Only it was the Cult of James McDonald. They were good. I liked them. They never really got the traction, and I mean, half of them got fucking, I was monetized at the time, but even if they'd gotten traction, even though parody is fucking fair use, I was getting copyright fucking claimed on any ad revenue there was. It's hard to make it go at YouTube, man. I mean, a lot of it's yuck. A lot of it's luck. A lot of it's hard work, and I'm neither lucky nor hardworking. So that hurts. But then even if you do, they're always looking to fuck you. You're not allowed to say anything on YouTube if you're monetized. You can't say rape. I mean, not even swear words or slurs. You can't say rape. You can't say kill or death. Like, all these things will just get you demonetized. How are you supposed to cover news? How am I supposed to talk about, for example, that Joe Biden raped his daughter? Or that Hillary Clinton murdered people? How are you supposed to talk about those kind of things? But even the politics, I joke, but even the politics side, how are you supposed to... It's just so sanitized, so stifling. This weird anarcho-tyranny. Yeah. Are you a 39-year-old man and you're dating a 20-year-old? Well, you're a pedophile. That's not okay. But also, it's okay for 5-year-olds to be drag queens. Because those two things jive. Since you can't even mildly criticize The Chosen. Of course not. Yeah, people say unalive and stuff like that. I'm going to be honest. You should be allowed to tell people to kill themselves. That's free speech. You can't threaten to kill somebody. But you could look somebody in the eyes and say, you should end your life. The world would be better if you ceased to be. The world was a better place when you could call people retarded and faggot and tell them to kill themselves. Self-deletion, that's right, Jed. Self-terminate. You cannot self-terminate. But no, you should be allowed to do that. That's free speech. And a lot of people need to fucking be told that. Okay? If for no other reason, I'm not even saying they let's say, for example, that you're a really obnoxious, skinny leftist streamer, right? And it's just a hypothetical, okay? Let's say you're a really obnoxious 90-pound leftist streamer who isn't even really smart. You're just able to talk fast. You're like a left-wing Ben Shapiro. And let's say, again, just a hypothetical person, right? Let's say this leftist streamer, really obnoxious leftist streamer, who pretends to be smart because he can talk fast. And maybe this person is so pathetic that he got cucked and his wife got blacked. Like right, not even right in front of him. He didn't even get to watch. He was too busy being mad on the internet and having debates to even get to watch. That's how pathetic this guy is. Again, a hypothetical person. Let's say this guy is so pathetic that he's named... He has like a chick's name, but not just a chick's name, like a stripper name. He's a dude. He's a supposedly heterosexual dude, but he actually has the name of like a stripper. I don't know, like Chastity or Destiny, something like that. Just a hypothetical guy, right? But like, that's the kind of guy you should be able to call him a faggot and a retard, and you should be able to tell him to kill himself. You know? Now, some of you might be thinking, that sounds so pathetic that surely a person like that does not exist. And let's hope not. But in theory, you should be able to call such a person a faggot and a retard and tell them to kill themselves. Just as a random hypothetical example. He says, in the honor of the ear, this old school way. It actually hurts my soul, Mr. Bones, that you call Summertime Sadness old school. It was yesterday. What? 12-year-old song. That song is just the right age that the hypothetical streamer we described would be making moral arguments about why you can have sex with it. Just hypothetically. Oh, chat. They're probably like, oh, we got to get Destiny canceled. And I'm like, because he's out there, he's like, oh, you guy deserved to die, and I hope Trump gets killed. And it's like, I mean, he's allowed to say that. It's free speech. He should be allowed to say that. But, like, he's also, why was anybody taking him seriously to begin with? I don't understand. And it's not even just that he's a leftist thing. He's a fucking fag. All right? He's a fucking obnoxious, smug little twat with nothing going on for him. Like, everybody, we should get him demonetized. I just want to ignore him. I would just be happy if all you people whining about him right now stopped inviting him on your fucking shows for clout. Like, fucking Peterson, like, this is unacceptable, what he's saying. It's like, you've sucked his dick numerous times, Peterson. She said all the music I grew up with is on the oldies channel. You're not... I'm getting that age, too. Fucking 96.1 in my area is the oldies channel. I don't think it calls itself that anymore. I think it's like the greatest hits of all time or something. But it always says it's the 70s, 80s, and beyond. Because for some reason, mainstream radio is afraid of 90s nostalgia. But they do play 90s songs. They even played like some early 2000s shit, like fucking Smooth by Santana and shit like that. And I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate shit that I had in high school being on the oldies channel. That feels like a some sort of personal attack on me. I don't care for it. Man. I should do a music stream sometime. I don't know. The potato laptop doesn't like it. I was quickly trying to bring up more fucking videos to play, but... Plus, I don't have ad blocks, and I get all sorts of ads and shit.
Have you heard of Jesus?
Oh, JD Vance donates $20. Thank you very much. Greetings, Chris. Big fan and longtime listener. Your live streams inspire me to fight to make America great again. Yes, that's right. JD Vance is the Trump's VP spec. I don't really know a ton about JD Vance, if I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen plenty of stuff I like, and plenty of stuff I don't. Wolfland, I could fix your laptop. Yeah, that sounds cool, man. I'm gonna go ahead and mail you my laptop so it can get broken in the mail, and also so you can rummage through my browsing history. I don't know, man. Maybe if I get fired from or quit the dildo factory and I got to try and make a real go at this again, maybe I'll do it then. I don't know. Probably not. But thank you very much, JD Vance, for the $20. Appreciate that. I don't know. Like I see pictures of him. Of course, he's got his fucking hand on the wall at Jerusalem with the small hat on. Great, fantastic. I don't know. They say he's based, but is that like he's based as in bring the federal government down, or is he's based as in he wants to make a new Patriot Act to get rid of internet porn? I don't know, man. You know, it always seems like the right only ever gets fired up about shit that either doesn't matter or they're flat out wrong about. I know, I'm all both sides right after Trump got shot. I like Trump. I'll probably vote for him again, but, you know, I was disappointed in him. You know, God bless, he does have that attitude, though. Just getting up, putting a fist in the air and shit. You know, that's not a thing leftists under there. That's why a lot of leftists were like, oh, it's staged. Because, look, he just got right back up. He didn't cower like a little bitch. It's because he's a fucking man. He has balls. Yeah. Says JD Vance wants you to have a lot of babies. Oh, he's one of those guys. Oh, cool. Awesome. I do so love those social conservatives that are convinced that 8 billion people, there's not enough people. That's cool, man. Can't wait for some Soylent Green shit. That's gonna be awesome. Whatever. At least the taxes will be lower. So he said, did you see that female secret? You mean the one that looks like Melissa McCarthy? Yes, I did see that. Says JD Vance is a big nationalism, law and order guy. I am behind on his foreign policy. Well, I'm not liking a lot of what I'm hearing here. I mean, I guess nationalism, depending on exactly what you mean by that, but I'm certainly that over globalism. I'm a bit more individualism than nationalism, but I do like some nationalism. Gotta have a strong nation. I'm fine with that. Law and order, I mean, see, I'm more of a liberty and justice guy than law and order. Problem with law and order is that a lot of terrible things can be put into law, and they can be done very orderly. That's the problem with law and order. So he says JD's wife is a California liberal. Oh, man, what a great pick, Trump. You could have gone with the little Indian dude. Like, he might be full of shit, but at least everything I've heard from him is good. She says Vance is against the war in Ukraine. Well, that's good. I'm cool with that. I'm sure he wants to go to war for Israel, though. Is that why he's against it in Ukraine? So you got to send all that to Israel. She says Melanie Mack is still single, I think. Well, that's cool. I'm happy with that. Fuck Melanie Mack. What a dumb bitch. Can't believe anybody takes her seriously. As I've often said, that's the kind of church girl that blows you in the Olive Garden parking lot because mouse stuff doesn't count. She says Melanie Mack wants the razor fist when she's on the side scrollers with him. She seems like the kind of chick that would end up with a razor fist. That seems like a perfect match. I wish them well. So he says he makes Democrats very angry. Yeah, but everything makes Democrats very angry now. Like, that's the thing. What do Democrats want? Can we take a moment here? What do Democrats actually fucking want? What would make them not angry? Because they just seem like they're angry all the fucking time. Over nothing. Like, what did Trump do they were so fucking angry about? He tried to secure the border. Didn't even succeed. He lowered the taxes. He kept us out of war. I'm old enough to remember when the left was anti-war. So what were they fucking pissed off about? Oh, is the Roe v. Wade shit? Is that it? Because that didn't even happen during his presidency. Okay, you could say maybe he was kind of responsible for it with the judge appointees and all. But, like, they were angry well before that. And look, Roe v. Wade, you could still kill your baby. Okay, maybe you got to go to another state. Maybe you got to make a day trip out of it. All right? Big fucking deal. It just reverts it back to the states. Trump doesn't want to ban abortion at a federal level. He never has. He's even criticized some of the more extreme anti-abortion laws that some of the red states have come up with. He's very middle of the road on that issue. And also, Democrats, for 2 years there, you had the House, the Senate, and the presidency. So if abortion was so fucking important to you, why didn't you pass a federal abortion law? You didn't even fucking try. Like, they're just mad all the time about everything and nothing. And to some extent, that's ideologues and that's authoritarians. Trust me, the social conservatives, the Doug Wilsons of the world, are never going to be fucking happy either, okay? They think Summertime Sadness by Lana Del Rey is obscene filth. They're never going to be happy either. But seriously, what do you fucking Democrats want? What do you want? Do you just want the last human skull to be bashed up against a rock for being more privileged than the rock? Is that your end goal? What the fuck do you want out of anything? Like, you used to be... Liberals used to be like all sex positive and free love and all this other shit, right? But you're not that anymore. You know? You're not all about keep the government, stay out of my bedroom. If, say, a 22-year-old girl dates a 40-year-old man, suddenly you got to call the fucking cops about it. Louis C.K. beats his fucking little Jew dick off in front of other female comedians after asking them if he could, and they said yes. And that's got to be a federal fucking case for some reason. Not allowed to have pretty girls in video games or comic books or TV shows anymore because male gays. So you're not even good at hedonism. You can't even do that right. Fucking faggots used to be like party and do coke and sip mimosas by the pool and have orgies. And now they're boring pedophiles like fucking Pete Buttigieg. Like, you guys suck. Yeah. There's things I agree with the left on. Like, yeah, we probably ought to get the fucking banks under control. Maybe the usury needs rein the fuck in a little bit. Maybe the financial sector is a bit goddamn out of fucking control. Maybe we don't... At least they used to be anti-war. I agree with them on that. Maybe it's okay if sex is about things other than breeding. Those are things I agree with the left on. Or to whatever extent they're even about that shit anymore. But no, everything with you people just has to be like, just trash. Like I said, you can't even do hedonism anymore. Since Louis C.K. is a Jew, he's spiritually a Jew. Actually, I don't think he is. I think he's Irish. But, you know, whatever. I mean, my grandfather used to say an Irishman is just a black man turned inside out. I don't even really know what that meant. But he was adamant about it. He was a firm believer. So he said modern socialism was written by a guy who wrote satanic poetry and none of his kids survived him. So, well, yeah, there's that. You want to know how far the left has fallen? Look at Star Trek. Because, look, I like Star Trek. And, you know, I know all the Warhammer bros are like, socialist propaganda. Yeah, okay. Sit down, guys. We don't need another 10-hour lecture on the fucking history of the God Emperor. Okay, it's fine. But, you know, like 30 plus years ago, Star Trek was this aspirational thing about, oh my gosh, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna explore the stars. We're gonna, you know, reach out and touch the heavens. It's gonna be fucking great. You know, and look at what the fuck it is now. You know, like now it's like Star Trek Discovery with like, you know, everybody's got pronouns and shit. We're not gonna explore space anymore. We're gonna explore each other's buttholes. I don't know. Like, you just hear him fucking, oh, Trump's a dictator, Trump's Hitler, and he's Satan, and he's Cobra Commander. And it's like, what did he do? What did he do that you're so fucking upset about? What is he even saying he's going to do? Oh, no, he's going to fucking secure the border. Heaven forbid fucking maybe wages stabilize and God forbid go up a little bit. You're going to lower your taxes. Yeah. Like that's what you're mad about. That's the dictator. So he says the old punk bar can no longer have burlesque nights, which meant tits out. The whole have fun American way is a man thing and therefore so bad. Sexy chicks bad. Yeah, man, again, I'm old enough to... I know nostalgia. Everybody's nostalgic for when they were a teenager and shit. That's for their youth. Yeah, I get it. But, like, just objectively, the 90s were fucking great. It was fucking party. All right? Pussy fell from the trees. You know, we were all having a fucking good time. And the future seemed fucking bright. None of that anymore. That's right, Chad. We can't even have flying cars in a moon base. I was promised flying cars. So it says 2004 to 2008 best years. I don't know about that. I mean, we were on the downhill slope after 9/11. Don't kid yourself. Like, things were still good in the 2000s, but they weren't the fucking 90s, all right? It was already, even before the housing bubble, it was already, things were already pretty fucked. She said kids today don't have relationships. They don't even know what that's like. Yeah, I mean, I know the trads will act like it's a good thing and all, but, like, how many fucking 25 to 30-year-old virgins are there right now? Like, that's not good. And again, you want to be all religious about it. Wait till your marriage. But, you know, wait till you're married. Yeah, but, you know, also, when that shit was written down, people got married when they were like 14. All right? If you can't wait till then. You're not supposed to be 25 or 30 be a fucking virgin. Says average age of virginity goes up every year. Yeah, and all these like sexless fucking trad dorks all talk about how great that is. It was a few months ago, I saw some study where they talked about how sex scenes in movies had gone down dramatically. And, you know, all these fucking spurgs, you know, these trads and all, they're like, this is a good thing. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing if the only place sex is ever expressed is in actual porn. I don't know, man. I'm watching a movie. I like seeing titties. I'm a fan of seeing titties. I've been a fan of seeing titties, I guess technically since I was a baby. But kind of went through a phase where I didn't like it anymore until about like 11. And then suddenly I like seeing titties again. And I've been liking it ever since. Alright, so it's a good thing that you can't see pretty girls in various stages of undress anymore. Is it? It doesn't feel like it. It's a good thing we replaced pretty girls everywhere with fat black retarded chicks. No, it's not. It really isn't, okay? You know, Spider-Man's girlfriend used to be a hot fucking redhead in the movies. And now it's a really on a good day fucking mulatto chick. Couldn't even find a hot mulatto chick. There's plenty of hot mulatto chicks. Nah, everything's just gotta suck. Everything's just gotta be fucking shit. And you'd be like, well, what is this? What is this what the left wants? But they're not even happy with it. They're not happy with it either. They're miserable. They're miserable. They live in constant fear that the Republicans are going to get them. And look, there's some shitty fucking right-wingers. There really are. There's a lot of hyper-authoritarian trad social conservatives that are just garbage. There's a lot of neocons that are just bloodthirsty, warmongering demons. Your fucking Nikki Haley's and your Lindsey Graham's and your Dan Crenshaw's. They're fucking monsters. And I don't want any of them in power. I wouldn't vote for Dan Crenshaw for president. I wouldn't vote for Nikki Haley for president. I'd rather keep the doddering old fucking corpse that's pooping his pants than Nikki Haley. So yeah, there's plenty of fucking Republicans where the prospect of them being in significant amounts of power would frighten me. But you got the goofy billionaire with the weird hair who just wants to lower my taxes. That's fine. What do you think is wrong with it? How you gonna look at Joe Biden and be like, yeah, this is great. It's great. He's pooping his pants. He raped his daughter. It's all cool. John Steele says a third of all men under 30 are sexless. That's fucking pathetic. That is you fucking Zoomers and Gen Alpha. You are fucking pathetic. I know a lot of things been stacked against you. I get it. I get it. And I do have sympathy for that. But at the same time, you're fucking pathetic. Alright? Turn off the screen. Put down the fucking Chinese cartoons and go get some fucking pussy. Enough is enough. And look, I'm a dork too. I like my dorky shit. Alright? Yeah, I'll watch my fucking Ninja Turtle cartoons and read my comics and read my sci-fi novels and bullshit like that. That's fine. Alright? But I never let it consume my fucking life. Talk to somebody born after 1993. If it wasn't a video game or a fucking Chinese cartoon, they don't know a goddamn thing about it. It's like, no wonder you can't get some fucking stink on you hang low. And guess what? You'd be happier. Go get a fucking girl. Go find a girl, fall in love with her, and make her fucking come. And see if maybe you're not so fucking crying and depressed all the fucking time. I got young millennials and Zoomers coming to me and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do, I'm so depressed. I'm like, have you fucking like put your dick in a pussy recently? Have you done that? Or maybe ever? Because I recommend it. I would strongly recommend it. I don't want some whore that's got tattoos and purple hair and... Motherfucker, I've seen what's out there. Just be happy if she ain't fat, alright? Yes, chat, the 90s were better. She said, to be fair with Jim, would you date a Zoomer woman? I mean, in all fairness, no. But, like, men and women get... The men and women of each generation generally deserve each other. So, you know, does a Zoomer man deserve better than a Zoomer woman? Oh, but she's just so obsessed with the TikToks and the social medias and... I don't know, man. Maybe if you dick her down. Because, yeah, you want to know why Zoomer women are so fucking ridiculously obnoxious? Because they are severely underdicked. That's why. Severely. Just almost critically. Just almost... I guarantee you, these fucking hoes with going on about with their Trump derangement and all. I guarantee you dick them down a couple of times, and they don't give a shit about that anymore. That's the other thing. Why politics is why you're so fucking. Why all the lefty Zoomers are so mad about Trump all the time, and even the younger millennials and shit. All these fucking wine mom fucking HR ladies. It's because they're underdicked. Yeah, I get mad about politics too, and I've always been that way. I've been into politics since I was 15. Way too fucking young. But you know what? When I was a young man, when I was a teenager, I'm fucking, you believe in the government making me mad. And then I got a titty in my mouth, and things weren't so bad. Maybe do that. So it says, ma'am, you are suffering from underdicking. I recommend growing your hair out and smiling. You know, it honestly used to confuse me. Because when I was a young man, I dated chicks my own age or older a couple of times. Gen X women were fucking cool as hell. Oh my god, dude. Especially when they were in their 30s. Them Gen X bitches, they knew what was up. But then once I got into my 30s, I guess partially because, more chicks my age were married, but I just kind of kept pulling younger. Like chicks in their 20s and shit. And And again, I'm not Chad Thundercock. It's not like I got a new fucking chick each week. But consistent, I haven't dated a woman my age. The closest to my age I dated was 3 or 4 years younger, a couple years ago. And that was it. All the rest of them, like, at about a decade younger than me. And I'm like, why is that? What the fuck's... is it? Maybe I'm just so fucking immature and ridiculous. Who knows? And then I realized, like, oh, it's because, like, all the males born after, like, 1993 don't have any fucking testicles. That's why. I don't know, chat. But no, I don't think 30-year-old virgins is a good thing for society. And all these, like, weirdo trads that want to act like it is. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? It sounds like some fucking cope. Like, yeah, it's great. You know, I mean, if you're not married, yeah, you should, you know what, you should find a woman and get married and have it. That's great. But, like, at the very least, like, don't be some fucking sexless loser. God, man, life is to be lived. Shit. I don't know, man. I'm almost about out of shit to say. I just happened to have today off, so I felt like I should stream. And I did get a super chat. That's nice. From good old JD Vance. I can't imagine he'll be as disappointing as Pence. At least that. And by the way, everybody that, like, all these conservatives love to do this. They love to just be fucking stupid, I guess. But they're all like, it's going to be like Reagan Mondale. And I'm like, yeah, okay, first of all, Reagan Mondale happened when the country was 80% white. Don't fucking kid yourself. And second of all, there's going to be a lot of pizza boxes on windows. I understand Trump got a boost here from this. He fired up his base. He gained a lot of people. Make no mistake, he gained a lot of people. Like everyone's like, oh, he probably gained a lot of black voters. And he probably did. But Democrats are still going to take the vast majority of the black voters, okay? Well, they're going to take 90 instead of 95 this time? I mean, that's great and all, but, like, calm down, all right? It's still going to be a fight, and they're still going to try and steal it. Are you going to let them? Are you going to let them? I guess that's the question. What are you going to do about it? You know? What would you have done if you woke up, Saturday night, you got the news, they just blew Trump's fucking brains out right then? What are you going to do about it? I don't know. I don't know what I would have done about it. Maybe nothing. Maybe I'm too fucking black-pilled. Maybe I'd be like, whatever. That sucks. But I still got to put food on the table. So the youngest girl I dated was 19. It wasn't easy because of the amount of shit I got from people, whether from family and strangers alike, assuming I was grooming her. 19's a fucking adult. Like, yeah, is it like... Yeah, a 30-year-old is more mature and wise than a 19-year-old generally, but a fucking 70-year-old is more mature, wise than a fucking 30-year-old generally. But at some point, you're a fucking adult, all right? Take fucking responsibility. For God's sakes. It wasn't too long ago in the history of our species that, oh, you're 13 or 14? Here's a sword. Go to battle. If you come back alive, we'll arrange you a marriage. But, like, what? Okay, so, like, if you'd woken up and Trump was dead, what are you going to do about it? Huh? Oh, it'd be civil war. Would it? I mean, there would probably be a lot of tit for tat. There'd probably be some more politicians on the left that ended up dead. And then some more politicians on the right that ended up dead. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know how it would shake out. I know you conservatives don't generally have it in you to really fight like that. You have to have a leader. You have to have permission to fight. Daddy has to give you permission, or you won't do it. That's the nature of the conservative. They love their law and order too much. But I don't know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do if they steal it? I don't know. I'd like to think that you would rise up and correct the wrong, but I don't think so. I think you probably do what you did last time. Maybe a few of you get sucked into a dumb, obvious trap. Go to jail for 30 years. Other than that, nobody do fucking anything. I didn't do anything either. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it. So yeah, Trump got a big boost. You know, it woke up a lot of people. Was it enough? I don't know. There's going to be a lot of pizza boxes on windows. There's going to be a lot of pizza boxes on windows. And yeah, they'll need a lot because Trump looks all cool. He fucking ate a bullet and shit it out. You know. Meanwhile, Biden's just shitting his pants. Somebody in chat asked, is that Mecha Madness? I own that. That special was the shit. Yes, that one comic book on screen is Mecha Madness. Yes, the Archie Sonic was the shit. It really was. Okay? Certainly better than the IDW Sonic. It's really the only good Sonic storytelling there ever was. Even with the goofball fucking weirdo Ken Penders. Even as much of a shithead as he is, he still was a better writer than anyone at Team Sonic. Anyone working for Sega. But yes, that is a great comic. That Spaz artist was fucking amazing. Patrick Spazinski or something. God, he was so good. I really don't think he did anything else after he did that and the Mega Man stuff at Archie. And then, like, I can't even find, like, on social media or anything. Like, he's just kind of fucked off into the oblivion. I don't know, chat. I know I sound a little black-pilled, but what can you do, man? What is there to do? She says, I actually love the Archie Sonic. I didn't hate Ken Penders. Ken Penders made me give a shit. Ken Penders not a bad writer. He's not. Like, yeah, he's a fucking lunatic. And I have no idea how he won that fucking lawsuit. That's ridiculous. That's been settled law. Like, oh, I own Green Sonic from a parallel universe. Like, that's nonsense. Marvel and DC had that law settled. I don't know how Archie and Sega allowed that man to... That boggles my mind. That he was able to take a few of those characters with him. That's so insane. Like, I don't know how the fuck they let that happen. But yeah, that Archie comic was, especially at its height, easily the best Sonic storytelling. Blew anything those nips at Sega were coming up with. Oh, I said a slur, guys. I said a slur. I must be a bigot. I must hate the Japanese. I don't hate the Japanese. I don't like anime, but I like Godzilla, so it balances out. So it says, I maintain that if Sega incorporated the Sad AM characters into Sonic, Sonic would be number one, Mario would be number two. Yeah, probably. It was better story. It was certainly better than like, oh, Sonic Adventure 2 is so brilliant. Look at Shadow. He's such a great character. Shadow's a shit character. Okay? His origin is the most convoluted horse shit I've ever seen in my life. You don't even do the dark doppelganger right because he has nothing to do with Sonic. The writing in fucking, and oh, it's a kid's game. Like all the people that were 6 when Sonic Adventure 2 came out want to tell me that the writing was so good in it. And then as soon as I point out how the writing is obviously dog shit, they'd be like, "What's a kid's game? What do you expect?" Well, is it good or not? Is it just something you thought was good because you were 6? I thought Captain N the Game Master was good when I was 6. It wasn't. It was dog shit, and I was a stupid, retarded kid. I can go back and look at some things I liked as a kid and say, wow, that holds up. Some of it didn't. Shadow's such a great character. It's like, he's so deep. He's like Sonic, but he's mad. Jesus. He's actually the ultimate life form, and they made him in a lab 10,000 years ago. It's so stupid. It's so bad. And everybody thought that Shadow was Sonic, and I'm like, what? Aren't there like big anthropomorphic hedgehogs running around this world? There's Amy in the games, so there's obviously more than fucking one. And it's just like, yeah, we just thought they were the same. Wow. Sonic Adventure 2 is some of the shittiest fucking show and anime horse shit writing I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry, but like that would, everybody talks about 3D killed Sonic. No. Syncing it up to the Japanese canon killed Sonic. That made it just for autists and furries. Like, and you want a perfect example? Robotnik's a better name. Eggman is a stupid fucking name. I don't know. Maybe in Eastern fucking Bugman language the term Eggman sounds cool, but it sure as hell doesn't in English. Yes, Captain N was cursed. Somebody says the Mario cartoons weren't much better. The Mario cartoons are alright for a cartoon at the time. Like, yeah, there's a lot of animation errors, and it's pretty corny at times, but it's not nearly as bad as Captain N. And I honestly respect the heart and soul that went into, like, the live-action sequences in that show. At least the first incarnation of it, with the fucking 2 wrestlers playing Mario and Luigi. And they have celebrity guests and shit on. Like, that, for a kid show, that was pretty, for the kid show at the time, that was pretty good. Like, yeah, I'm not going to jam to it as an adult, but, like, my buddy's kid got super into Mario after watching a fucking Illumination movie, and then, like, on Tubi, he started showing him, like, all the old Mario stuff, and it has, like, the live-action things. He eats that shit up. I think it's fucking awesome. So, yeah, I think it kind of, it certainly holds up better than Captain N, that's for sure. So he says Sonic Adventure 2 is so bad it makes Sonic Spinball and the Genesis look like a masterpiece. I love the art direction in Sonic Spinball. And I love and yeah, it takes mostly out of the Sad M cartoon, that's why, but it's just so dark in 90s and Genesis. I love the art direction in that game. The gameplay in Sonic Spinball is ass. I've never beat Sonic Spinball, and I likely never will. I own it to this day. I could fire it up and play it now. And I'd probably be having a little bit of fun in the first levels. And after that, the difficulty spike, I'm like, this is a... Because you just get bounced around. It's fucking pinball. You can't control shit. But no, I like them. I respect... Let me put it that way. I respect the live-action stuff in that old Mario show. Again, you want to talk about how great our country was? Just think of the fact that, like, the Mario show. This is a kid's show on after school, and we got Elvira on the Halloween special with her tits half out like they always are. And it's like, this is a kid's show. She just got her fucking titties half hanging out. Nobody thought anything of it. It was fine. That's just what the world was back then. Like, it was America, damn it. We're all about titties. Wolfland says, what about Sally? Princess Sally's a great character. I don't know what you're talking about. The Freedom Fighters are so much better characters than, like, anything Team Sonic came up with in the last 20 fucking years. Like, 25 years. Except maybe Blaze. Blaze is kind of a cool character. Blaze is a decent character. But, like, fucking Silver. Everyone like, we need a Sonic Adventure 3. You got a Sonic Adventure 3. It was Sonic 06, okay? Yeah, but that sucked. Yeah, but Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 sucked, okay? What was wrong with Sonic 06? It wasn't wrong with those other two. Buggy fucking 3D physics, bad gameplay, a laughable storytelling. Yeah, so Sonic Adventure 3. You just weren't 6 anymore. That's what happened. Oh, man. God damn, you got me talking about the old Sonic comics. I got So today, hey, Beckloff, on the lighter side, I've been watching compilations of Linkara's story arcs and lore. Say what you want about Linkara, and you can say a lot about him. The man loves continuity. Well, he's a comic book fan, after all. The great Linkara, folks. The history of Power Rangers. It'll be out when it's out, and we like that. I love that Oni plays bit with, like, Trump versus Linkara. Nostalgia critics screaming, build that wall. Linkara, you dumb son of a bitch. If you would have just, like, taken the joke, it would have benefited you so much. Look, Doug got to be on Smiling Friends because he could take a joke. They weren't even really going hard on you. It's not like they were going on about the gay Muppet porn you like to watch or beating off to the green M&M. They were just making fun of your goofy voice. Some people can't take a joke, man. You got to learn to take a joke. You got me talking about the classic Sonic Archie comic and then just rambling on. There's a rumor going around that IDW is going to do a Sonic Ninja Turtle crossover comic. Because they mentioned something about, like, the guy that writes the Sonic... I don't really read the IDW Sonic comic. But, like, the guy that writes it had mentioned something about a big crossover. And Ninja Turtles is damn near the only fucking property they have the rights to right now. Other than Star Trek, but I don't see that one happening. Well, I don't know, Chad. I think I'm going to wrap this up. We've gone on for a while. Had some laughs. If you enjoy the content, do consider supporting the show. Streamlabs.com/thebeckoff. PayPal.me/thebeckoff. I'm going to probably sign off. I think I'm going to watch The Blacklist. I've had that recommended to me recently. It sounds decent. And I have it on one of the streaming services. I'll binge watch all 10 seasons tonight. Get no fucking sleep. All right, chat. That's about it for tonight. That's it for tonight. And backlog.